Hi everybody, today we are going to build an amazing lead generation form in WordPress without using a single line of code and without difficult workarounds or connections. This method is straightforward and the only thing you need is one small plugin which will save you around 1000 days of your life, and maybe it saves your marriage as well. Of course, you can connect it to every marketing automation system or autoresponder like ActiveCampaign, MailChimp, Aweber, Mautic, and so on. You will be amazed how much time you wasted on finding a solution that works and makes this simple. In the end of this tutorial, you will have an amazing lead capture system working for you on your website or on your online store. It's going to look modern, very clean, and super nice. You will have a slide in form which appears after a few seconds or scroll percentage on the website, or if someone wants to leave your page. And it consists of 3 different states. First, the slide in. Second, the actual opt-in form. And third, the small reminder state for desktop. Of course, it is going to work on mobile and it's going to look great there as well. So without further ado, let's get started. First thing we need is, of course, the plugin. No, first thing is actually WordPress. So I guess you have WordPress already. If you don't, take a look at this video. There I'm going to show you how to create an amazing online store with WordPress and WooCommerce. So create your website and then come to this video. And here we are going to use one tiny plugin and it's called Thrive Leads. So to find that plugin, go to https://tleads. And this takes you to a wonderful website. And this website is Thrive Leads. It's the best and most amazing plugin you can ever have for lead generation. So just take this plugin and be happy with it. So you can, of course, read all of this. It's only $97 per year, which is less than $10 per month, which is simply amazing. It's so cheap. So yeah, don't hesitate, take it. They give 30-day money back guarantee. So if you don't like it, give it back and get your money back and be happy with something else, which is way more difficult. So, okay, let's take this. Then you need to download it. And from there, you are going to have your product manager. And inside the product manager, you need to turn on Thrive Leads. So as soon as you turn this on, you get the Thrive dashboard. Inside the Thrive dashboard, you have Thrive Leads. And this is the thing where we are working today. So let's say we want to create an amazing thing what you have seen before. So go to lead groups, click on add new. And in here, I'm going to call this number 2. You can give it a name, whatever you like. Add this lead group and click here on new type. And here you see what you can do with it. So it's, as I said, it's the best thing you can ever have. You can create almost everything you are dreaming of or not dreaming of. And in here, click on slide in, because slide ins are amazing. Everybody likes them. Nobody is too annoyed. And they are really nice and work well. So in here, I create a new slide in. Let's add this and let's create a new form. Give it a name. Let's call it 1. We can create as many forms as we want in here, and it makes A/B or split tests for us, which is amazing itself. But let's stick to this first one. So first thing, we can define our triggers and display frequency and position, but this we're going to do in a few minutes. So click here on Edit Design, and this takes us to the templates. So there are tons of templates in here where you can choose from, and I think it's it's just mind-blowing how much they did. So I'm going to take this one. Overlay pattern sticky. Choose template. And now we see this template built for us already here. So let's just define a few things and do that. So first of all, I'm going to show you around a little bit. So this is our drag and drop builder. We can change everything here. We can even put some new stuff in here, like text. If you say, okay, we want to have some text here as well, we can do this. So now it's there. We can drag around this stuff wherever we want to have it. I would just leave everything as is because I think it's really beautiful. And then we have two different other states. So we have the state 1. This is a sticky state. So this is going to stick on desktop computers only and is going to show on desktop computers on the site. So it's not going away. It sticks there for as long the lead generation form is loaded. And then we have our lightbox. This is the actual state. So as soon as somebody clicks on the button, the lightbox turns on and is shown. So here is the actual lead generation form. Okay, so let's start with default state number 1. We can create another state here as well. So you can build whatever you're dreaming of. I think the templates are amazing. So let's just work with the templates. So, and here I'm going to change some images. Of course, I need to make it my own. This one is grayscale. So I'm turning off the image effects. I'm just resetting them to default. And then I go to options and I don't want to have my caption text. So as you see, I don't want to have this, so I turn it off. And this is really nice. So now I can just change the colors here. So background style, this is the pattern. I'm going to change this to green. That's nice. Let's go to the next one. Change this to green as well. And the next one to green already. This one to green as well. Really nice. Apply. Everything looks great so far. So now it has a little bit more of my color scheme from my website. And now I can change the whole typography here, but I think it's actually quite cool. So I will leave it. And I only change this color here. So I'm choosing it and change the color. So now I could change the topic, of course, guide on your perfect golf swing. This is my subject to find out how you can achieve more. So, okay, that's great. Okay, so let's change the button here. Let's click inside. I think it looks really terrible with this hover effect of this pattern in the background, but we're going to change that. So inside of typography, I'm going to change the color. So now it's green, looks better. And if I'm changing the state here, I'm going to hover, and here I can change the background. So I will just throw out this pattern and put in green instead. And instead of this dark green color at typography, I'm going to change the typography to white. So now I have a very classic, very nice hover effect. So this looks really great for my website. So I'm happy with that. So let's change the state here. Of course, you can save your work in between. That's never wrong. So let's change this thing here. So here we're going to do the same thing. We're changing this to my light green. And then let's change the color here to dark green as well. And let's change the hover effect of the background, throw it out, change the color to bright green and the typography to white. Nice. Okay, very good. So let's change this back and let's switch to the lightbox state. Lightbox is actually the last one we are going to change. So I'm changing the image, of course, fixing up everything here. I turn off the caption text and reset the image effects. Change the color of the patterns here. Change these here. So if I'm too quick, it's a video. So just scroll back. You are going to manage that, I'm sure. So 1, 2, 3, that's fine. Let's change this pattern as well. This is going to look really great afterwards. So nice. And as we had before, let's change this to bright green, and in here get a free guide on your perfect golf swing. Amazing. Okay, and here we need to get to work with our autoresponder. As I said before, you can connect everything what you want to connect with Thrive Leads, which makes it so amazing. I was looking for a solution for that forever, and I finally found it in 2016. So for me, it's not new, but for you, it maybe is new. So this one is going to connect like an easy breeze with your autoresponder, no matter which autoresponder you use. You can have MailChimp, Aweber, ActiveCampaign, Mautic, HubSpot, whatever. It works. It simply works. It's so nice. So click on it and you have two different things. You can add a connection. You can add an API connection to, let's say, MailChimp or whatever. Or if you have HTML code, you can simply use the HTML code. Then you don't even have to connect to an API, which is so nice. I really like that one because it makes everything so much easier. Usually you get an HTML code at every autoresponder. You can download it. It's the thing which is called HTML code. Just put it in here and then generate your form. So that's what we're doing now. So let's switch to our dashboard in Mautic, which is, in my opinion, the best autoresponder you can have, or the best marketing automation solution you can have. So let's go to forms, and in here, let's create a new form. Click on new campaign form. Let's call it 2 because that fits. And the fields, we're going to have some text because it's our first name. We don't want to show the label, and this is first name, and the contact field is first name. So I could create every custom field with this and simply have it in WordPress without syncing or whatever. It just works, which is so amazing. So let's add this one. Now we have a first name, and now let's put another email field in here. Email, yeah, let's just call it email, and no label. It's contact field email. Validation, yes, we want to have this. Please fill in your email address. And actually these, and that's not even necessary. WordPress can do this for you, or Thrive Leads can do this for you. So now we have these 3 things in my form. And the details here, I can say, okay, remain at form, or I can redirect to another URL. Let's do this. But you don't need to do this inside the form as well. You can do this inside Thrive Leads. I will show you in a second. ATM tutorials / thank you. Let's take this page. It's not existing, but anyway, it shows the purpose. So save and close. Okay, and now we have this manual copy with our HTML code, as I told you before. So let's just copy that and go to our form. Let's put it in here and generate the form. Ta-da! And it's here, and it's going to work. It's so simple. And now, of course, this doesn't really look good, but I'm going to show you what we are doing. So first, if you were listening, or if you were carefully looking at that, you saw that it was only email and the submit button. Now we have first name, email, and the submit button. So we're going to use both of them, and I will show you what we are doing. And this is really nice as well. I really liked it. I'm going to change this a little bit. So now we have first name, email, and our submit button. And submit is not the best call to action, so I'm just calling this get your guide. And I can change this here to however I like it. So let's change it to uppercase and make it bold. And next to that, on the button, I want to have an icon. I think that's really nice. Of course, not the credit card. I want to change this icon to something golfy. So let's put in golf. And now I take this one. And now I have the T and the golf ball, which is really nice. So get your guide. That's great. Of course, it doesn't look as it should. So let's change this here to green. Now it's amazing already. And it has this nice hover state already. Of course, I can change this like before by switching here and change everything. But I think actually it works. So I would just leave this. That's really nice. And the other thing I'm going to change is the design of these two here. And I'm going to switch to the column around it and put this to the middle. So now that looks really amazing. And I still don't like this very classic background thing here. So I'm going to change this. And I'm going to throw out the background, kick it out, no background anymore. And borders, I don't want borders. I don't want a radius on my borders. I only want one border at the bottom with 2 pixels wide, and it's going to be white. So this gives me a really nice, very modern looking opt-in form, which is great. And now I'm going to change typography, of course, to white as well. Of course, you can change it to whatever you want. And this actually looks really, really cool. So now it's a little bit confusing because there's this border outside, but it's actually not there. So let's take a look. So actually it's finished. So let's save that. And we can have a preview here. So let's switch to preview. Oh my God, it looks amazing. That's perfect. That's very fine. So let's do one last thing, which is very important because we want to show it, of course, on our website. So let's go here to one back inside our slide inside this form. Display immediately on page load. No, I don't want to smash this everybody in the face. I want to have it show when the user scrolls to a specific part of the page. No, you can do this as well. Really nice, actually. But I want to have the percentage of the way down. So scroll percentage, let's say 10%, and smart exit plus, which makes the slide in appear if a person wants to leave the page. And it appears even though the person didn't scroll to the 10%, which is amazing. That's like magic. So let's save that. And display frequency, I'm going to put this to 0, especially for testing purposes. I want to see it every time. So that's great. And here I can say, okay, bottom right or bottom left or top right. Oh my God. They're baking Christmas cookies. Oh yeah. Clara, my daughter, likes this. So, okay, bottom right, that's fine. Let's save that. And now we are almost done. There is one thing left though. I don't know if you have this in MailChimp as well. I think in MailChimp you would put in the script as well. But if you want to use HTML code on your website for showing forms, you usually need to add a JavaScript on your page. And in Thrive or in WordPress, that's actually super simple. In Thrive, you have the possibility to add analytics and scripts. And if you don't have Thrive themes or Thrive Suite, you can have a plugin called Headers and Footers, Insert Headers and Footers. There are tons of plugins which actually do this only. So download one of these plugins if you don't have Thrive Suite. Actually, I recommend using Thrive Suite because it's good. So, okay, let's go to Thrive Dashboard in this case and download to Analytics and Scripts, Manage Scripts. And in here, you need to create your Mautic Forms script. So I'm just throwing this out for the purpose and add new. So in here, I'm going to add this script. This script actually is responsible to get the information and put it to your autoresponder. So it's very important to actually have this working on your page. If it's not there, somebody can fill in the form, but the form and WordPress and Thrive Leads they don't know what to do with the information. So make sure to embed everything correctly. So, okay, I simply put this in here, call it Mautic Forms, and choose the placement before the closing body. And I want to have it everywhere loaded. So continue. Now it's in my website. If you have caching enabled, you need to purge the cache, because otherwise this script is not loaded on your page. And as soon as you're there, let's go to the page. And now you see the form is not there, it's not there, it's not there. And as soon as I'm starting to scroll, it's still not there, because I forgot something very important. Let's go back, dashboard, because there is no rule on which page the lead form should appear. So let's go back. Let's get in here. It even is red. Oh my God, I simply forgot it. So let's click on this red cogwheel and just say, and let's create a rule set when to show this lead form. So we can just say select all, then it just shows it everywhere on the whole page. Or I can simply say, okay, only on the front page, or only on the 404 arrow page. Or if you have like in products, I only want to have this in products, and so on. Or only in categories. So product categories only on bags. Bam. This is so nice, and it's so simple to use. You even can save this as a template and say, okay, that's for my categories. And then you can use this template on different other forms instead of looking for another thingy which you were thinking of like an hour. So this is really cool. It saves a lot of time, and it's good. So save and close. And now you need to purge your cache. Go back to the website, open the website, and in here, as soon as we start scrolling, it's still not here. Why not? Hello, I need to turn it on in here. So click in here, turn it on. Let's say display on mobile and on desktop. And now let's reload the page. Of course, you would need to clear the cache first. I don't have cache in here, so it's fine. Okay, so now let's reload the page and then scroll down, ta-da, and it's here. Wonderful. So this is our slide in. It comes in really nicely. If as soon as you click there, you have this lightbox coming up, and yeah, let's put in here some test email, get your guide, and it shows us the 404 arrow page. Because this is the page, this is the thank you page I was putting into the form before. So everything fine actually. And the other thing, if I scroll down and if I close it, I have this sticky thingy here, and it sticks to the page and it won't go away until somebody subscribes, which is actually nice. It can be annoying, but it fulfills the purpose. So yeah, that's actually really nice. I liked it a lot. You can, of course, choose and change it to your liking. You can make it smaller, bigger, whatever. Don't be too annoying to your potential leads, but you will figure this out. So this is how you create the most amazing slide-in opt-in forms for WordPress with every autoresponder out there, even very crazy ones, without using code and without being annoyed of synchronization stuff and so on and so forth. If you want to know how to create the most amazing online store, and if you want to sell more on your online store, follow this super long tutorial where I show you step by step how to create the best online store in the world. And I'll see you in the next video.